Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to be diving into something very profound, our body as a symbolic map for healing, alignment, self-mastery, and well-being. What if I told you that every ache, pain, or illness isn't random, but holds a deeper meaning? This perspective invites us to shift from seeing symptoms as problems, rather to understand them as messages. In this video, we'll explore how to connect with our body in profound ways, turning our sensory awareness inward to unlock the wisdom held in our physical form. I'll also be referencing messages from the body, the transformative work of Dr. Michael Lincoln, to help guide our journey. First off, it is important to know that our bodies are incredible. They're not just physical vessels, but mirrors of our emotional and psychological worlds, responding to our deeper unconscious beliefs. Think about it. Have you ever had a stomach ache when you were in the midst of a fearful situation in your life? Perhaps tight shoulders after a stressful week, or maybe even a headache after putting so much pressure on yourself trying to think through a situation and worried about the outcome. This isn't a coincidence. Our body is speaking to us and trying to send us signals. And according to the work of Dr. Michael Lincoln, our body is our final communication warning center. Every sensation, from chronic pain to acute illness, can symbolize something deeper. By tuning into these signs, we can uncover hidden beliefs, unresolved emotions, or even past experiences stored within our unconscious. Now let's talk about Dr. Michael Lincoln. Obviously, you can tell that I'm very passionate about this work. I have my own personal experiences with this work. I also have seen incredible changes in people's lives because of his work. I mention his work because I am dedicated to bringing his work to the forefront to allow people to become self-healers, and not only self-healers, but awaken greater levels of consciousness within themselves. This work allows us to restore our relationship with our authentic self. It also allows us to become more whole. And yes, it does allow us to heal our own bodies and understand the relationship that we have within our whole self, not relying on external fixes and external solutions, but turning inward, knowing that we have the full power and capability and ability to heal ourselves from within. Michael Lincoln was a renowned clinical psychologist who had dedicated his life to understanding the connection between the mind, emotions, and the body, and also the origins of common behavioral patterns that we simply cannot see nor understand within ourselves. As I mentioned, this incredible work does not only heal the body, it breaks patterns that we can't see, that limit us and hold us back, and of course manifest in the body. Everything is a network connected to our beliefs, our memories, what is stored within the unseen aspects of ourself, the unconscious. This deep transformative work will not only allow us to open new levels of consciousness, heal our body, transform our lives, it will also allow us to shift our perspectives. When we are used to operating under certain beliefs and certain patterns, it's very, very difficult for us to see them within ourselves because we get used to them. We live under the impression of these false beliefs, thinking that they're true. And therefore, it shifts our perception on reality. It skews the way that we see the world. It skews the way that we see ourselves. It shifts the way that we interpret information. Going into this work will unlock clarity, awakening. Here are a couple examples from his book as far as the symbolic meaning to certain areas in the body, diseases, aches, and pains. First is back pain. So reoccurring back pain may symbolize a lack of support in your life or suppressed fears about security, often tied to feelings of instability in relationships or finances. Chronic throat problems may indicate difficulty expressing your truth, unspoken words, or fear of rejection when voicing your needs. Pain in the knees could reflect struggles with flexibility, both physically and emotionally, such as resistance to change, fear of moving forward, or stubbornness. Heart-related issues may symbolize emotional wounds, struggles with love, either giving or receiving, or feelings of heartbreaking grief that haven't been fully processed. On a symbolic level, cancer is often associated with deep-seated resentment, unresolved emotional pain, or a self-destructive belief pattern that has been buried for years. Dr. Michael Lincoln's work teaches us that these symptoms are not mere ailments. They are messages from the body when the body is trying to communicate something deeper that needs to be addressed. Lincoln's work not only decodes the symbolic meaning of physical symptoms, but also facilitates profound healing and release by bringing origin beliefs, memories, emotions, and behavioral patterns to the conscious level of awareness. Once we are able to see, sense, see inward our behavioral patterns, the correlations with the past, our false beliefs that have been ingrained deeply within our unconscious self, we begin to set ourselves free. As I mentioned, the unseen aspects of ourselves are very hard to grasp, especially if we've been living with them for a long time. We begin to feel that they are our truth. In order to deeply connect with your body, it requires to turn your gaze inward, meaning sensing within your body, within your emotions. This isn't just about mindfulness. It's about active listening, using your inner senses. First is pause and scan. So take a moment to sit quietly and feel your body. Where are you holding tension or discomfort? Instead of suppressing this sensation, gently ask, what might this be trying to tell me? What challenges am I facing currently? And what could be the deeper correlation? And stay curious. Remember, there's no judgment, only curiosity. By observing behaviors and patterns, you will set yourself free. It can be difficult to acknowledge some of these patterns that we might find ourselves in. We might feel ashamed, we might feel embarrassed, we might feel angry or resentful, and that's okay to feel these feelings. But it's really important, of course, to be gentle and compassionate and be the observer of your life. This change is going to be very under the surface. It's going to be change that you might not necessarily be used to navigating, and that's okay. Awareness is always key. Here are also a few ways you can begin working with your body as a guide. Write down any reoccurring symptoms and reflect on what they might represent. Start seeing your body as symbology. What do certain body parts represent for you in your life? Taking some of these key points, the heart, perhaps resembling emotional connection or lack of, the back resembling carrying the world on your shoulders and felt responsibilities, headaches, over-processing, over-analyzing, analytical strain, needing to find answers, the pressure. Taking some of these symbolic cues and building it into your own story, trying to analyze and decode your own symbology. Engage in yoga, breathwork, or body scanning to deepen your connection with your physical self. Meditation, breathwork, yoga, anything that requires stillness and mindfulness will allow you to tune in. This takes a long time and dedication. Daily meditation practice, breathwork, yoga will do a lot of good. It will allow you to tune in and feel and sense from the inside. This is a very powerful, powerful practice that you can incorporate, and it will change a lot for you. It will allow you to also heal yourself quicker. The beauty of this work is when you grasp how it works, when you grasp the deep correlations and the messages in the body, you will be able to move quicker and quicker and quicker through bodily aches and pains and diseases or illnesses. You will be able to understand how to release pain when it shows up. You will be able to heal yourself faster and faster every time. And each time you will gain more confidence, greater self-assurance, greater self-awareness. The list goes on, truthfully. This practice is so deep and so enriching that it will change your life. And finally, use resources like messages from the body to interpret physical patterns with compassion and curiosity. Now you can buy this book. I have a link, an affiliate link on my website and on in the description box below. You can click through to that as well. Using messages from the body will help you deepen your relationship with yourself. It will help you liberate yourself and free yourself from these unseen patterns of limitations and restrictions. Sometimes we don't even realize that they're showing up in our life. We may feel heaviness, we may encounter self-sabotage, even though we may not realize that we're doing it. That's how deep this stuff goes. But by keeping messages from the body on hand, you will be able to constantly or frequently, however you need it, look into the book and learn more about yourself. See the behaviors that maybe you can't see or some of the patterns you aren't able to observe, and go deeper into the practice. This will allow for incredible release. When you bring the unconscious information into the conscious level of awareness, being able to see what you can't see, you release it, you move on, you create a greater level of consciousness as a result. Our bodies are more than skin and bones. They are storytellers of our inner lives. By learning to interpret their messages, we can unlock profound healing, alignment, and well-being. So if this resonates with you, make sure to leave a comment. I would also love to hear of your own experiences, and especially if you've decoded some of your own bodily symptoms and communication warnings that your body has been sending you. But if you have any questions at all, please leave them in the description area below, or you can send me an email. I love talking about this. And of course, if you would like to purchase messages from the body, there is a link below and also on my website. On my website, I do have a video on how to use this book if you want to go deeper into the practice. And of course, if this video resonated with you, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, or even send it to a friend who might need to hear this. I'm wishing you all the best on your journey and beyond. Take care.